Hey everyone, I'm Madabun, and today I thought I would do a review of the Karin Pigment Deco Brush Markers. For reference, I got these in the Pastel pack. So here I am going to swatch them. I will say that the materials that the swatch sheets were made out of didn't work well with these markers in my opinion. My hand right around here is where I mess up. That is actually the pastel red, not the pastel red lilac. I didn't realize that until I got to the pastel red. And here's me realizing, saying that needs to go there. Switch them in your minds, I guess, I don't know. So what I'm using right here is the pastel red lilac. So here I am testing it out on a black piece of paper. I will say that they're not very opaque, so if you're looking for an opaque marker, this is not the marker for you. And the paper that I'm using, I will put at the bottom of the screen. And here's me using them on watercolor paper, which I do not recommend. I didn't like how they felt at all on this paper. Okay, I would take back what I just said about not using it on watercolor paper. I could see me using this like with watercolors. Like I would do watercolor first and then whatever like details I wanted to put on. I don't know how they would work with watercolors, but I think that would maybe be something to, you know, try out. Now here's me using it on the Bristol paper, which turned out to be the best paper for these markers. And this is the paper that I ended up using to make the art piece with. Here's an up close of watercolor versus Bristol paper. Okay, now on with the art. So for this piece, I did a little pond with koi fish in it. I thought that would look cute with the pastels that come with the box. And here you'll see that I'm using this marker to fill in the grass area. I will say that these markers, it almost felt like you were using a dried up marker in a way. And it seemed like you really had to press down on the markers for them to not feel like they're running out, I guess. Right here is when I start filling up the grass area. And you'll see that I try to go with like a texture to maybe make it look more grass-like, but I ended up scratching that idea. So they were pretty difficult to use to fill up an area, but I'd probably use something else to fill in and then come in back with the Karin markers to add little details with them. Now, I will say that I did like using them for the smaller pieces of the art, like these little koi fish here. I feel like they did better. I did like the layering effect of these markers. I felt like they did a really good job layering and blending. That was one of the things I was impressed with. So one of my favorite things that I used these markers for was using the green, dark green first, and then letting that dry, and then going over with the light green. I thought the markers did a pretty good job doing that. And here's me using the lighter purple for the water to blend in with the blue. So like I was saying about the blending with these markers, that's definitely one of their pros, is that they blend very nice. And you can see here that I'm blending the purple and blue together. So you can see here that the more you layer with them, I feel like the better they look. I'm definitely interested in using them with watercolor and seeing how that would turn out. My overall thoughts on these markers is that I would definitely use them with other art supplies that I have. I just wouldn't use them by themselves, but I think that's probably because I got the pastel colors. It's a little bit tricky to get some contrast, so you have to use some like liners. Anyway, those are my thoughts on these markers, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.